How to perform prayers 2. Noon prayers. First 2 rak'ahs of the first 4 rak'ahs of the noon prayer sunnah are performed in the same way as the 2 rak'ahs of the morning prayer sunnah. However, the intention here is made as for the first sunnah of today's noon prayer. Also, since the sitting after the second rak'ah is the first sitting qada and not the final one, only the TAHIYYAT is recited during this sitting. Then one says Allahu Akbar and stands up. Only the Basmala, the Fatiha, and a portion of the QUR'AN are recited, and RUKU and SUJUD are performed as described above. Then, for the 4th rak'ah, one stands up by saying Allahu Akbar. Here too, only the Basmala, the Fatiha, and a portion of the QUR'AN are recited, and RUKU and SUJUD are performed as described above. Then one sits. This is the final sitting. Here, after reciting the Tashahhud, the Salli and Barik, and the Rabbena Atina supplications are recited in full, and as described, the salam is given to both sides. Thus, these 4 rak'ahs of sunnah are completed. As for the 4 obligatory rak'ahs of the noon prayer, after the sunnah, one stands up without doing anything contrary to the prayer. The IKAMAT is recited. The intention to perform that day's noon prayer is made. The hands are raised, and the TAKBIR Allahu Akbar is recited. The first 2 rak'ahs are performed like the 2 obligatory rak'ahs of the morning prayer. However, since the sitting after these 2 rak'ahs is the first qada, only the TAHIYYAT is recited here. Then, by saying Allahu Akbar, one stands up for the 3rd rak'ah. Only the Basmala and the Fatiha are recited. As described, one proceeds to the RUKU and prostration. Then by saying Allahu Akbar, one stands up for the 4th rak'ah. After reciting the Basmala and the Fatiha Surah alone, one proceeds to the RUKU and prostration. Then one sits down. This is the final sitting. After reciting the TAHIYYAT, the Salli ve Barik, Rabbena Atina, du'as are recited, and salutations are given to both sides. Thus, the obligatory part of the noon prayer is completed. The verses recited in the obligatory part of the noon prayer are fewer in number than those recited in the morning prayer. As for the last 2 rak'ahs of the sunnah of the noon prayer, this is performed by intending. I intend to perform the last sunnah of today's noon prayer, and is performed exactly like the sunnah of the morning prayer. IT is recommended to perform this final sunnah as 4 rak'ats. At that time, either a salam is given after every 2 rak'ahs, or a salam is given at the end of the 4 rak'ahs. If a salam is given at the end of the 4 rak'ahs, the Rabbena Atina supplication is not recited during the first sitting. When standing up for the 3rd rak'ah by reciting the takbir, Subhanak is recited again. Then these last 2 rak'ahs are performed in the same way. As the previous 2, a person praying alone performs the recitations, takbirs, tasbihs, and tahmids of both the sunnah and the obligatory parts of the noon prayer silently.